Hello everyone, my name is Divstra and welcome back to our Fall to Samurai campaign. So, in the last part I tried to put these guys very clearly outside with an army in order to drag these guys into one, but that clearly didn't happen, did it? So I'm gonna do something that might be a bit stupid here. I'm gonna attack them. And the reason why that might be incredibly dumb is not only is this fort massively larger than me, but they also have naval artillery. They don't have as much naval artillery as I have, but they still can do a lot of damage. Secondly, I have explained the problems with the reinforcement system before, but in case you have forgotten about it or it didn't watch the parts, I can refresh that. So, the problem is, as it stands right now, it seems that these guys will get reinforced from about behind them, right? From these two armies both. Well, that usually... well, that's what I think too, but sometimes it seems like they're going to go from behind the enemy, and thereby making your enemies come from one solid direction. But sometimes they come from your flanks, your right and your left flank, even when it looks like this is probably gonna come from the corners of the battle map. But yeah, I still want to play this, so let's get it started. So yeah, this might be a, I guess, make or break point for this army, and also my general, and my daimyo, as he also is. So if he dies, well, I guess I'll have a new daimyo. Thankfully, he is actually quite decent, the son I have lined up for this. But yeah, it sucks to lose your general, your daimyo. Anyway, these conditions are quite decent, so let's start the deployment. And unfortunately, I can't see where the enemy spawns. That's very unfortunate indeed. Oh well. Let's see. This is hill. It's like slightly higher, and that's about it. But yeah, we need to deploy so that our cannons are in range of the enemy units, because if that doesn't happen, then they won't come towards me, and then my plan of trying to defend the areas, like I'm gonna try to do, will not work. So hopefully there's enough. If it isn't, well, I'll guess I have to scooch up a little bit, because I want to use this hill to shoot over my own troops with these Gatlings. That's the wrong thing. Okay, so this might result in friendly fire, but I think it's the best place to have them, actually. With everything considered. So, then we have the issue where to place stuff. I think I'll have the Royal Marines up here, protecting the... Actually, before we do that, just make sure that everything has... have a guard mode on, and, well, we'll cover that later. So yeah, I have the Royal Marines over here to protect the most important stuff, I would say. And also, let's have them a bit compact so they can spread out later. Then, we have almost all the remaining units. And put them in front. Actually, we can take another one. Something like that. Then bring these guys up in front, as to hold the enemy fire. And hold enemy cavalry attacks, for example. And yeah, when the battle is about to start, we'll probably widen this. Maybe even further to the left. It's probably what we're gonna do, actually. So yeah, this first line hold, and second line fire. That's the plan. Let's see if it works.
Today, sir, we attack.
So yeah, you can see right away we're getting reinforcements from back here. The enemy is getting reinforcements from back here when it looked like they should really come from back here. Thankfully, these guys are actually deploying at a pretty decent spot for my purposes. And finally, the final thing I really have to think about and pay attention to is the fact that the enemy has naval bombardment And if I'm not too careful, if I'm not careful enough I should say, I might have them take out my line here. Or at least a very important part of my line. So I have to pay attention to where the enemy places his marker. As with my own, of course. That's nice. That's a very good shrapnel shot. And with that, the General's bodyguard is down to less than half strength. And the Shogutai, they won't reach a line. And actually, even if they do, they will be torn to shreds. Yeah, like a tiny backline here. But I don't know if it's really worth it to try to spread out even more. Yeah, they're actually in line of sight themselves. I don't actually have to do anything to make that happen. So hopefully that we don't deliver too much friendly fire here. Yeah, that's all we can do for now. And I would say we did a pretty good job of it. How many kills? 12. Okay, I guess it wasn't too effective. But did we take any friendly fire? I don't think we did. Not according to the numbers. No, they're all at full strength. Only unit that really took any damage was the frontline unit, and we kinda expected that, didn't we? So yeah, that was the two first artillery, not artillery, but two first cavalry attacks. I said artillery because I'm thinking about the naval artillery and where the enemy is gonna drop that one. I have a pretty good target for my first bombardment. So let's do that. It will take 11 seconds. 10 seconds actually. Anyway, the enemy is also gonna get one.
Fire, sir. Damn, Navy. This
Is that it? Is that the signal? I just need to make sure. I think it is. So we'll have to split here. To make sure that oh, there we go. Oh, that's a nice one, like a tactically very nice one. I don't have a chance to get away from that, so I'll just have it hits, and that has to be it. That, and the range shouldn't be too large, so I think I can still have these guys there. And that means, of course, that this movement is completely unnecessary. Was that it? They only have one ship, so I think that is it. And I lost a few men, but I have enough men to actually operate this. But yeah, probably the next strike will land the same place. I don't think the AI will deviate from that. You're giving me a pretty solid target here, by the way. Also, why are you all the way back here? Well, you're definitely not in range, so I don't know why you are still standing back here. Well, if you're so willing to die, I guess I can directly target you and make sure that happens. So yeah, I think this battle is going our way. The enemy is not rushing us as I feared they would. And the naval artillery that I feared didn't really do too much damage. The first one, that is. That is because they targeted my Gatling guns, which is like tactically sound in one way, but in another way it's not a good decision, seeing that targeting like this line or dropping one down here should be a lot better. Well, I meant to click that button, but I clicked the limber artillery button instead. Well, that was a mistake. Well, thankfully I realized it relatively quickly. I don't know what happened there. Did I limber them previously? What did I do? But yeah, now they are actually firing again. Yeah, I must have clicked something wrong there. Oh well, it's fixed now. Hopefully it didn't take away too much potential damage. We don't have a second incoming barrage yet. And I thought I told you to target these guys.
Sir. Damn Navy! This is not the work of gentlemen.
Well, I use it all the time, so I guess that says something about me. And yeah, I can try to move, but that's probably not going to happen. Not in time. No, definitely not the case. And that might actually... If it kills the horses, I think it takes out the unit completely. Yeah, we're not gonna have time for that. Anyway, you can actually go back to whatever you like and go with canister. Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. They're still alive. Oh, there you go. That's one of them down. And yeah, as you saw, that was way too little, way too late. Let's actually get them back in position. By the way, are there any units that do not have naval fire yet? One, I think. Oh, these guys. There we go. Okay, naval artillery again. This center is very weakened, so I think I'll actually go for these units. Or I could have dropped on the horses. Yeah, but they would have gotten away. Actually. Oh! Well, that was a good one. Where the hell did you come from? Well, I guess their biggest priority is to make sure that my Gatling guns does not survive this battle. And yeah, they did a very good job doing just that. Well, let's send our general over. Yeah, I completely missed that. That was a bad job on my part. I freely admit it. Now we want to go for my general, who has revolvers, so that's not a good idea. Especially not when they're supported by Royal Marines. Speaking of Royal Marines, they are doing a solid job defending themselves over here. I did click a direct attack order, so yeah, they will move around. Might even allow my general to get a few more kills, which would be nice. And there we go. Just 49 horsemen firing their revolvers at exactly the same time. And there you see the results. I think I actually took some friendly fire there. Like these guys tried to hit them, and they missed, but hit my general. Oh well, it didn't really make too much difference to this. Let's target this blob. And make sure to actually target it this time. Quite a nice uniform there. And actually, from your perspective, you're firing at the ground. But to each his own, I guess. Turn around again. General at ready with Gambate. Or Gambate. Or however you pronounce that. So, I have domain guards up against this, and it's now also being supported by my own Armstrong guns. So, that's very good. But yeah, it seems that the enemy AI is quite good at recognizing that the Gatling guns are potentially extremely deadly. So yeah, I guess I should say they have a really good priority system there. But apparently that was enough for them to win this battle, because at this point I have won it. It's not really a question at this point, it's only a matter of time. I don't have any more naval support, naval fire support, but then again, neither does my opponent, so it doesn't really matter too much. It's also a very nice uniform. Shame about all the blood on it. Oh yeah, you're actually sharpshooters. Why did I not recognize that? Well, let's make sure that we return some fire. And they should be dead pretty soon. They're also being fired upon by my expeditionary force. And they are getting quite a few kills then, so... I guess you made a good choice when it came to prioritizing your targets. And yeah, I should have done a better job there. But yeah, now you're dead. You're dead, son. I could target this blob, but let's just give him a good old shootout and have the artillery train on these guys. Actually, let's hold your fire. There we go. Shrapnel. Kill zone. Attack. This is taking way longer than I thought it would take. Can't you actually hit them? Are they like... Yeah, maybe they don't have time to arc it? I don't know about that. Maybe they're like just behind this one, so they're not gonna fire. Oh well then, focus on another targets. Yeah. Oh, there we go. So now it suddenly wasn't a problem anymore. So what the hell happened there? Also, units in Full Samurai, artillery especially, have a tendency of attacking. I think this is also a problem in Shogun 2, by the way. Yeah, units have a tendency of trying to attack the part of the unit that is more to the west, not west but left. So that's why you saw them all focus on that specific part of the units. Anyway, I should be in range of the parry guns. Just. Let's get these saber cavalry out of the way. With some support of my general. They're still active. One battery down though. And yeah, when one horseman dies like this, carrying a gun, like all of the rest of the crew just falls over and dies. For no particular reason. And there we go, they shattered. Oh. That was quick. And we actually can hit them. With some of the artillery. Definitely not all of them. Look at this almost carpet bombing. That's what it looks like. And the reason why I'm bringing 3 of these guys over, and not just 1 or 2 for example, is that when I deploy them like this, in this choke point, these ranks are too deep for cavalry to charge and take out effectively. Speaking of effective, I don't have effective fire on these guys. Actually, I could try to limber them up and push them forward until like this position. Then they should both have those guys and these guys in range. And definitely these guys. But yeah, this general is moving. You're not doing anything about my men just yet. But yeah, I'm quite confident that these guys will very soon try to charge. But as I said, that this is too deep for these guys to handle. That's what she said. I shouldn't say that. Well, then again, this channel has never really been that family friendly. well, relatively family friendly. I don't curse like every other word coming out of my mouth, but yeah, something like that. You know what I mean. Relatively child friendly. Yeah, I don't know why you're not moving. Let's see, what was the can't remember the button for hiding the UI. It is a specific button. That's definitely not it. There we go. Let's get a screenshot here. Fortunately my mouse is in the way, but it doesn't matter too much. Oh, we actually had the artillery. Let's see. I almost forgot the button immediately. But yeah, we have artillery up. And also, we have... Oh, yeah, I think the destruction of the previous, like, section of the army allowed for yet more reinforcements. That was interesting. That means that I can actually move forward with these guys and try to take the enemies out. Let's see. Yeah, you are not in range. I have to limber you up and push you forward. And then you can support both these guys and well, attack both these guys and the enemy artillery. Okay, actually, never mind. They've probably all been hidden, and only that sudden movement made me able to see them. So yeah, this right here might be a bit risky, because choke points like this and bunch up units like this is good against cavalry, but not against enemy infantry. Actually, I can ignore these artillery pieces and leave them for my artillery, and actually deploy with that in mind. Yeah, as you can see, these guys are not dying as quickly as I would have liked them to. Not all of them can even fire. This is a horrible position for that. Oh, you're gonna charge me, are you? Well, I'm fairly confident that I have better the units than you. I can also give you a blast to the face before you even reach this line. But apparently that is not a concern to you. And yeah, this is a much better line for what I'm doing. And here comes the second volunteer. Another rifle attendant unit. Artillery, where are you at? Oh, you actually... wow, I didn't expect you to get there that quickly. Let's take a look at the range. Yes, we are good. These wooden cannons don't have any ammo left, so we don't have to worry about them. Yeah, these units right there, they actually won't matter really much in this fight anymore. Unless they set up again. And I'm not gonna give them time for that.
Your victory is close, sir.
Of course it is. It has always been. No, I didn't know if I would win or not. I had a good chance that I had a chance of winning, but well, I had a good feeling that I had a good chance of winning actually, but I didn't like. It wasn't a guaranteed victory in my mind anyway. And if the Saber Cavalry actually managed to do some damage, then I could be in some deep trouble. But yeah, we can now actually use our artillery for shrapnel and against enemy units. So I will actually... I won't hit my own men here, because these tightly packed lines are not the best recipients of shrapnel. Not friendly shrapnel, that's for sure. It's going to do a lot of damage if it doesn't hit properly. And I think it didn't hit properly. Come on, guys. Like, only hit my men. Could you have any worse aim? And I know it was a danger close situation, but still. You should have been able to hit this guy. And not have your shells land here. When you took out these artillery batteries with actually quite accurate shots. But no, not for me. That wasn't meant to be. Anyway, I'll have to leave that behind. I don't think too much about it. We still have had a great victory there, so I'm still very happy indeed. Yeah, we lost the Gatling guns. They have a tendency to disappear, don't they? And for that, we captured a parrot gun. So I think it's a good trade there. So let's start besieging Etchigan. Or Etchisen. Etchisen. And these guys are not able to reinforce. They probably will try to attack me again. But that will of course be with a significantly weaker army. And they will have worse. They will be worse off than they were in this previous battle. But that will have to be done in the next part, because this battle took way longer than I expected it to. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that battle, and yeah, if you didn't enjoy that battle, well, why did you watch the entire episode then? Anyway, if you want to see battles like that again, I highly recommend that you subscribe to me, of course, and you really should have by now. And battles like that will hopefully occur in the next part. So see you then. Goodbye.